Mark here with Hosp Design. I reached out to a group called Learn to Blog. Their members are an amazing group of entrepreneurs and small business owners and learning how to monetize these websites. I recently reached out to this group and recently asked if they would volunteer their sites for a critique. I got 3 volunteers. Let's go ahead and get started and see what that looks like. So first we have Marie K. Godwin. Her website is mkgodwin.com. It's a site based on artwork. We have artwork by Marie K. Godwin. Her logo looks like it's a signature. I understand what the website is with that. It's simple, it's to the point. I don't see any problems necessarily with the logo. Navigation up here at the top. We have home, about, portfolio. This is how I dreamed, tilde 2016, which is a drop down. And then we have portfolio, faces in nature, portfolio, custom artworks. We also have shop and contact. So shop, this is an e-commerce site. My first thing about the navigation here is this should just say portfolio. The menu that drops down should be in relation to the above item. For example, it should be like category, subcategory type of deal. That's how that would work out. So you go to portfolio and it would show you the 2016 and then maybe the 2005 to 2015 and then below that custom artwork. So those 3. That would make more sense. The menu item should typically be just one word if you can manage it. That's the goal for any menu. So this is a really long menu item. I would change this to portfolio and then put this item inside there. And then on the portfolio page, maybe talk about all your portfolios and then maybe have links to all 3 different areas on the portfolio page. If any of that's confusing, Marie, feel free to reach out to me. Okay, and then the shop page, I imagine I'm going to be looking at different artwork to purchase and contact. All right, so we're on home right now. I see a beautiful banner here. And when I loaded the page, it had an animation that popped up. So I'm gonna reload the page, see if it'll do it again. Yeah, so it kind of like animates off to the right from left to right. A really good addition to your site, Marie, would be possibly this. This would be a great opportunity for a slider because once I'm on the page, a new banner could show up, maybe illustrating your shop or maybe a featured item in your shop to really kind of push sales if you're really trying to sell something. So that way, my attention is grabbed right there on the front page, right there at the top. As far as slides on a home page, I do recommend putting in whatever your goal is for your site. List those goals, maybe 3 of them. Say a featured image, building your list, and getting people to comment, building an audience on Facebook or Instagram. Since your work is highly graphical, Instagram would be a really good choice for you as well. So moving down, I am looking at, looks like several posts here. We have 12 posts and older entries as well. Half as many posts would be good. After 6 of them, maybe some information on just the different areas of the site. So your homepage definitely have the most important stuff at the top. I'd like to see bits and pieces of your entire website, references, or other opportunities to visit those different areas throughout the site, but spaced and presented in a tasteful manner. That way you really get traffic to your entire site and not hope that someone goes to your navigation and starts navigating your site just by your menu at the top, but also other opportunities throughout your site to be able to navigate there as well. Let's look off to the sidebar. You have a free offer for your opt-in form. I would actually see if you could change up this form. The colors, they're really stark, and the text on top of this color, it looks like you have like a charcoal dark gray on top of a burnt orange color, and it's not really high contrast, so it makes it a little difficult to read. Plus the spacing and the size of the font as well. There's some really great options out there. It may be a plugin that you already have in your site that will allow you to display these forms and connect to MailChimp and just have more dynamic, beautiful looking forms. So I think your opt-in form is a huge opportunity. Your social media links, not only at the top here, but also at the bottom. Typically, you'd want them to kind of fill the space across. And I see they're left justified. Maybe center them. You have your about page and a little blurb here about that. It says see more on the about page. I think it would be great to put a link here to your about page. If you're going to talk about it, it would be just easier to have that there as well. And post categories, we have several categories here as well. Same thing with your opt-in form here at the bottom. Also, if you do change up your opt-in form and the look of it, I think maybe the opt-in form that works well here in your sidebar may work great, whatever you choose, but possibly a different style for your footer, being that it's in a different location. It has a different background, so it's going to look a little differently. That's a good idea, putting your menu at the top and the bottom. But notice the menu follows the visitor down the page, so it's always there at the top as well. So having it at the bottom and the top, there may be a better option for you there, possibly a different menu. If you have a shop, then possibly maybe a cart, checkout, that sort of thing. In the bottom would be a good idea. So 2 different menus would be good. So let's look at your about page. Great. Another beautiful banner. I see that we've gone for the full width and we are foregoing the sidebar because you have your form down here at the bottom as well. I think the photos are a little kind of wonky. I think we're good up until the photo of the dog here. I think this dog, if you're going to kind of follow suit as you did over here, this image should be right justified where what others say comes up to the left side of this image. That way you have an image, text, and then you'd have text and image. It'd be a nice kind of a balance there. There's also plugins that will allow you to feature a random testimonial maybe on your about page. So every time the page loads, a new random testimonial displays. So that'd be good too. If you really want people to see your testimonials also from your about page, you could also do a testimonial slider there as well. And that's it, yeah. So if you have questions on how to do that, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and select this portfolio piece. We have a description up here, and we have different images. I think these are displayed just fine. I don't see any problems here. Go to the shop page. Looks like this is a completely different site. And this is a Shopify site. You could actually save money and not do Shopify at all, Marie, if you just did everything on your own site. I just helped one of my clients move from Shopify to their own WordPress site. So that is my feedback for that. I think the last bit is contact. Let's look at your contact page. This may be an opportunity, maybe some text in between your form and your banner here, where it kind of gives really great reasons to contact you, asking you or commissioning you for custom work or something like that. Something like that. Just some sort of message, to guide people. And that's it. That's really kind of all I have. The last bit, I guess, is I can kind of look at one of your posts to see what that looks like. So if this format is working for you, I wouldn't change a thing. I would definitely, as long as you are asking for feedback at the end of your posts, to try to start a conversation with every single post you have, if you're not doing that already. And that is Marie's page. Let's move on to Frugal Mom of 8. We have an opt-in form. It looks like a ribbon form of some sort at the top of the page, and then we have a strange manila rectangle at the top. I'm not really sure what that's meant to do. It looks like we have some sort of crown that pops off here to the right. Oh, it's a sumo me. So you might want to address that and kind of get that off here. It looks like the theme that we're using is the 2015 theme, maybe? Or maybe that's 2012. I can't remember. It's one of the free themes when you install WordPress. There may be some other themes out there that would be better suited for what you're doing. I don't want to focus on design and stuff like that, and I just want to get started blogging. It makes designing a site a lot easier when there's already content in place. So if you're interested in doing that, I think there's some really good options and opportunities there. Same thing with your logo. Okay, Frugal Mom of 8. That kind of says it all. So you are looking to save money and you have a big family. I bet there are lots and lots of great content and material to talk about with your different posts. So what do we have here at the top? Okay, we have the same menu at the top as we do on the side. So this is a little excessive as far as the menu is concerned. I would say either do one or the other. Also, as I mentioned with Marie, try to keep your menu elements or items in your menu down to one word if you can. So contact, who is Frugal Mom of 8, I would put about. Amazon deals, maybe the word deals. Does it matter it's at Amazon? Maybe not. Frugal education, possibly, or possibly just a different word altogether. Parenting, that's perfect. Health and nature, health remedies would be fine there. Freebies, giveaways, and free samples. Maybe just freebies would be good there. I accidentally clicked on that one. Looks like we are doing some, AdSense over here to monetize, and I don't know if there's a huge Mormon presence on your site or not. I don't know. If there is, then I guess that's why this ad is being shown. Top 3 Kindle books for teens. That's probably definitely relevant. As long as your posts are mostly relevant and all that good stuff, I think I don't see an issue there at all. Okay, so I would definitely do the read more links on your page. Featured images are great so far. I don't see any issues with that. After that book is still free this week, put in a read more tag here. What that'll do is it cuts off the rest of your post and says read more. If you don't do a read more tag on your posts, then you will never get comments on your posts. It just won't happen, because comments only happen when you click on the link. So notice if I click on this link here, it takes me to the actual post. And then I can scroll down, and at the bottom of this, I should have opportunities for comments and stuff. Looks like you are getting comments. That's great. Well, I'll just take that back then. But typically you don't, because it should make sense. Like, if I go and read this whole entire thing here, and I get to the bottom, and I've read the entire post, and I don't have a reason to click on here or comment, and I'm down to the next post, I wouldn't even know, if I were new to websites and stuff, I wouldn't even know how to leave a comment, because it doesn't really give me the opportunity to do so unless I click on the link for the post. Now, that may happen if you're sharing your post on social media and things like that, and then people click on and get to your post that way. Then they would go straight into the post and they'd be able to comment that way. So that would make sense if you're getting a lot of comments via external traffic coming into your site. If people land on your homepage and then they start going through all the posts, they won't see that there's anywhere to comment. So. Archives. I think maybe a drop down here for archives would be good versus having a giant list. That way, people can click on a button and then it drops down. Same thing with categories as well. Meta would be probably a great option for all the way here at the bottom of your site. Down here in the footer would be a good spot for your meta, not necessarily in your sidebar. And we have a little bit of advice here too. And look, we've got a blank spot. So I don't know how well AdSense is working for you. I'd love to get your feedback on that. I typically didn't really have a lot of success with AdSense. AdSense is typically something I would add once I was starting to get a lot of traffic. If I noticed there was a lot of visitors to my site, and when I say a lot, I mean something in the, you might want to start thinking about AdSense maybe once you got to maybe 100 visitors a day or something like that. And then once it starts ramping up from there, then you have enough visitors to really kind of justify putting in these types of ads on your page. That way, you can really focus on your content versus all the exterior stuff and really build an audience. So, but I think it's great that you definitely took the time to put those in there and do that. So we have an opt-in form over here in your sidebar. It's really kind of secondary to the ad. One of those things you have to ask yourself is the random ad that's being placed here at the prime real estate of the top of your website, is that more important than building your list? Like, what is the most important thing to you? What are you trying to achieve with this website? We have a banner at the top. It looks like a background image. There's no words or anything in it. It's your family. So I think that's clear. Your family is the most important thing. And then your latest post, that's a really important thing. And then we have, well, a blank ad over here. And we have we already talked about your menu. Move the subscription form up, and possibly there might be other plugins, even free plugins, where you can style this a little bit better so it's more eye-catching, gets people's attention. You were asking about a free offer. What would be good to do? A book, maybe your favorite book, a copy of that if you could, or a discount to maybe a book. There's a lot of different things I guess you could do. Maybe you could offer some sort of guide. Guides are really popular because, they don't cost money. They just cost your time to be able to put those together. So I think a guide's probably the best option for you. Some sort of guide to help parents who have large families or something like that, or to save money. That might be good. So something that you use in your own personal life. And then you have your Facebook. You have Amazon deals category. Okay. You have, looks like two ads that are the same, and another blank spot for an ad. So looks like the ads are super, super heavy on your site. You might want to dial those back just a bit. I think it's great you put your categories up there. That's really smart. I don't see any issues with that. Contact me. What do we have there? You just have your form here. So the same thing here. You might want to put in a great message in here for why someone would want to contact you. What value there would be there to contact you. And last bit is the order in which your menu is. I'm going back to your menu real quick. Contact typically at the end of the menu, about typically at the beginning. Some people like to put a home before about, and that's always good too. So, that's a beautiful picture. And it looks like the picture at the top, if you have a higher quality image, when I say higher quality, I don't mean the image is bad. I mean the size of the image is too small for the space that you're putting it in. It looks like that image was, the image that you chose to put there was much smaller than how it's being displayed now. So it stretches it out, makes it pixelated, and it kind of lowers the quality of the image. If you have a higher resolution version of that image, you may want to replace your image with that one. So, because this one here, your featured image for Who is Frugal Mom of 8, is it looks great because hasn't been stretched out. And you've got some media worked in there. That's great. Really text heavy on this one. Wow, look at this. This is so long. Lots of stories, anecdotes in there. Okay. I think there's a lot of personality to the site. There's a lot of potential to the site. I think maybe adding some video to this site would be a really good opportunity for you. Obviously, you're looking really, really hard into different ways to monetize your site and how to make that happen. So, offering different products externally through Amazon or Amazon affiliates, doing AdSense, all these are great ways to monetize your site. When you get started, you may want to do a post about one of your offers, and then you do the offer at the end of your post. So put effort into the offers that you are offering. The Amazon one or the Kindle books is a great example of that, and it looks like you're doing that. I'm going to move on to the next one. All right, and lastly, we have this site. This site there is a clear hierarchy issue with this and a clear navigation issue with this site. The logo, there isn't a logo. It's just straight text. And the banner at the top says, "This also rocks. Keep scrolling and you'll find something you want." Not really clear on what you're selling here. So a name and products. This also rocks. I'm not really sure what that means. And to scroll down the page to find something I want. So I'm not really sure why I would visit this page. Like, what would I be looking for? What is on this page? What do we have? We have Speed Mission, and we have all different styles of text. I mean, we probably have like 15 different fonts going on, be it images of text or text itself. It looks like, the headings and the body are, a singular font, but the headings at the top here are all different fonts. So we're kind of all over the place. I'm not sure if these are pages or posts. I think these are posts. And why would I buy these items? We have navigation at the bottom of the screen here. Pages, home, and earnings disclaimers. So I would definitely change up the navigation at the bottom. I would focus on one product, and I would group your products into categories. I would definitely highlight some of these areas. Maybe replace the banner at the top with some sort of graphical banner at the top to highlight some of the products that you're trying to sell. It looks like we have just a whole lot of different products. But I want to, when I go to the site, within 3 seconds, I need to know what it is you're selling, what it is you're doing. I don't even know what Jason looks like, or who he is, or what he does. I'm not really sure why I would buy these products. Is Jason an expert in something? Could be a huge opportunity for just organizing all the information, organizing the offers, organizing the different pages, because as it seems, everything's mixed together. I'm not sure if all of these are products or if one of these is a page to offer about what this website is or who Jason is. They are why they've put together this site offering products. I mean, what is the point of all this? Do I have the opportunity of being updated through an email list or something like that? These are the types of questions I would have. Typically at the top of a website you would see some sort of menu, but I did notice that it's here at the bottom. And it's labeled as pages. So yeah, there's lots of opportunities for growth here. I'm not really sold on the theme here. I think there are some amazing themes out there. There are some of the best themes I've ever seen, period. Wouldn't cost you more than, $60, and you would have, one of the most professional themes you could ever find. So some investment that you have to make into these types of things. I mean, you're essentially creating, if you're selling products, you're creating an income. If you're creating an income, then, you need to make an investment, not just in time, but also maybe a little bit of money. And hopefully the money that you invest into your site comes back. You get a return on that multiple times over. Is there a featured product? What product is the best one? What product, I'm not really sure kind of what to look at or what to look for here. I am definitely available to chat with each one of the site owners about their site over Skype or something like that. If I would love to discuss really great ways, easy ways to focus on making it better and really making what I would call the user experience the best it possibly can be for what you're offering and for what you're doing. So otherwise, you're kind of wasting your time. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so at clark@haspdesign.com, and I would be absolutely happy to schedule time with you. Thanks. Bye.